Story 1. The Moonlit Dance of the Wendigo. My sweet ones, let me transport you to a time when our ancestors roamed the lands, and the tales they carried whispered of creatures that haunted the edges of reality. Picture your great-grandfather, a man whose heart thrived on adventure, as he ventured into the heart of the wilderness on that fateful night. The moon, a pale sentinel in the night sky, cast its eerie glow upon the land, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Imagine the soft crunch of leaves beneath his boots, the wind's mournful howls wrapping around him like an invisible shroud. As I recount his footsteps, echoing through the silence, envision the tension that seemed to hang in the air, tangible and heavy. There, in the heart of the night, he encountered them, the hollow eyes of the Wendigo, orbs that seemed to burn with an insatiable hunger. The wind carried the creature's mournful cries, and the campfire's flickering light cast eerie shapes that danced with the rhythm of his fear. But remember, my darlings, that this tale holds more than a fleeting glimpse into the unknown. Your great-grandfather's heart raced as he fled, his footsteps and panicked breaths carried away by the wind. And when he returned to the village, the marks left by the creature were more than just a memory, a deep gash upon his shoulder, a chilling testament to the Wendigo's touch. As you sit by the fire, let your imagination take you back to that moonlit night where the boundaries between reality and myth blurred into something far more terrifying. Story 2. The Haunting Call of the Skinwalker. Lean in, my precious ones, as I draw you into a world where nature's beauty conceals the hidden terrors that lurk beneath. Imagine a group of friends whose laughter and camaraderie echoed through the night, filling the air with a sense of youthful invincibility. As the night settled in, they gathered around the campfire, the flames casting shifting shadows that danced like specters upon the ground. The wind whispered secrets that carried the weight of ancient mysteries waiting to be unveiled. But as the darkness deepened, so did their unease. Claw marks marred their belongings, and footprints appeared as if conjured by an unseen force. The wind's whispers grew ominous, as if it bore the burden of a malevolence that was about to be unleashed. And then, a blood-curdling howl pierced the stillness, a howl that seemed to echo, not just through the night, but through the very core of their souls. The campfire's light flickered, as if sensing the presence of something beyond human understanding, and the shadows seemed to writhe and twist in response. Imagine the sensation of your own heart racing, your breaths quickening in time with the tale. The Skinwalker's call had woven its spell, ensnaring their hearts and minds in a web of terror. As you listen to this tale, my dear ones, let your imagination carry you to that very campfire, where the boundary between reality and nightmare blurred into something far more horrifying. Story 3. Relentless Curse of the Werewolf. Allow me to transport you to a moonlit night, when the very air seemed to shimmer with magic, a night that changed the course of your grandfather's life forever. Imagine his footsteps echoing through the stillness, the wind's whispers an eerie symphony in the background. As he ventured deeper into the wilderness, the creature's eyes glowed with an otherworldly fire, its chilling howls resonating through the very marrow of his bones. The wind seemed to carry the creature's mournful cries, as if it were a part of the dark symphony that echoed through the night. The campfire's light cast shifting shadows upon the trees, mirroring the flame's erratic dance. But the true terror lay in your grandfather's transformation, an agonizing metamorphosis that defied the laws of nature. Imagine the sensation of fur sprouting from his skin, the sensation of bones contorting and shifting beneath the surface. His body became a canvas of pain and transformation, the boundaries of humanity giving way to the ferocity of the beast within. And then, as the moon cast its silvery glow upon the land, he felt his very essence shift, his humanity slipping away as the curse took hold. The night became a frenzied dance of violence, an agony, a symphony of teeth and claws, of fur and blood. As you listen to this tale, my dear grandchildren, let your hearts beat in time with your grandfather's torment, and may you feel the weight of his struggle against the unrelenting curse that forever bound him to the beast. Story 4. The Beckoning Whispers of the Wendigo. Ah, my darlings, let me transport you to a time when the boundaries between reality and nightmare were as thin as a whisper. Imagine a man named Raken, a traveler who embarked on a journey through the heart of Fraser Canyon, oblivious to the horrors that awaited him. Picture his footsteps echoing through the silence, each step a heartbeat in the rhythm of the night. The wind's whispers carried secrets that seemed to beckon him deeper into the woods, promising mysteries that would forever change the course of his life. The night was dark, the moon obscured by heavy clouds. And as I recount his encounter, imagine the tension that hung in the air, as if the very forest held its breath in anticipation. As he ventured deeper, the hollow eyes of the Wendigo met his gaze, a sight that sent a shiver down his spine. The air thick with a malevolence that seemed to seep from the very trees themselves. The wind carried the creature's mournful howls, the sound intertwining with its whispers, and the campfire's glow cast flickering shadows that danced in time with his racing heart. But this tale holds more than just fear, my loves. As he fled through the forest, each breath and footstep a desperate plea for survival. Imagine the feeling of your own heart racing, your breaths carried away by the wind's chilling embrace. When he finally reached the village, a deep slash upon his arm served as a chilling reminder of the Wendigo's touch, a mark etched into his flesh that would forever bind him to the dark secrets of Fraser Canyon. As you huddle by the campfire, my dearest grandchildren, let this tale wrap you in its chilling embrace, and may you sense the echo of Raken's fear as if it were your own. Stay tuned for more tales, my dear ones, as the night's shadows lengthen and the fire's warmth holds the darkness at bay. Story 5. The Phantom Footsteps of the Skinwalker. Lean in, my precious ones, as I share a tale that was whispered to me by your great uncle, a tale that still chills his bones. It's a tale of a group of friends who embarked on a journey, unaware that their lives would be forever marked by the malevolent tricks of the Skinwalker. Picture their laughter hanging in the air like a haunting melody, the campfire's glow casting eerie shadows upon the ground. The wind whispered secrets, secrets that hinted at the horror that awaited them. As the night deepened, their unease grew. Claw marks gouged into their belongings, footprints appearing as if conjured by some dark magic. The wind's whispers seemed to carry the weight of their impending doom. And then, a blood-curdling howl shattered the silence, drowning out their own breaths. The campfire's light flickered, as if sensing the malevolent presence, and the shadows seemed to writhe and twist in response. Imagine the sensation of your own heart racing, your breaths hitching, as you hear the scream of terror that shattered the night. The Skinwalker's phantom footsteps had claimed its victims. Story 6. The Unrelenting Curse of the Werewolf. Ah, my beloved grandchildren, allow me to share a tale that your great-grandmother shared with me, one that sent shivers down her spine, even as she spoke. It's a tale that will remind you that even the most serene nights can hide the most monstrous of transformations. Picture a moonlit night when the air itself seemed to shimmer with magic. Imagine the feeling of your grandfather's footsteps echoing through the stillness, the wind carrying with it a sense of foreboding. As he ventured deeper into the night, the creature's eyes glowed with an otherworldly fire, its chilling howls reverberating through his very bones. The wind itself seemed to mimic those howls, as if it were a part of the creature's dark symphony. The campfire's light cast shifting shadows upon the trees, mirroring the flames' erratic dance. But the true horror lay in your grandfather's own transformation, an unthinkable nightmare that twisted and contorted his very being. Imagine the sensation of fur against his skin, the taste of blood on his tongue, the insatiable hunger that gnawed at his insides. And then, as the moon cast its silvery glow upon the land, he felt his bones shift and twist, his very essence consumed by the beast within. The night became a frenzy of teeth and claws, of fur and blood, a nightmare brought to life. When the dawn broke, he stood amidst the wreckage, a creature that was once a man, forever bound to the curse of the werewolf. Remember, my dearest grandchildren, that even the most serene nights can hold within them the most horrifying of transformations. Story 7. The eerie whispers of the Wendigo's forest. Lean in, my dear ones, as I recount a tale that your great aunt shared with me, a tale of an encounter with the chilling whispers of the Wendigo's forest. Imagine a time when the very trees seemed to come alive with an ancient malevolence, a tale that reminds us of the darkness that lurks just beyond the light. Picture your great aunt's voice, soft and trembling, as she spoke of that fateful night. The moon's glow painted the world in an eerie silver light, casting long shadows upon the forest floor. Our footsteps echoed through the stillness, and the wind carried with it a haunting chill that seemed to seep into her very bones. As I share her tale, envision the tension that gripped her heart as she ventured further into the woods. The air itself seemed to hold its breath, the silence broken only by the soft rustling of leaves beneath her feet. And then, in the heart of the night, she saw them, the hollow eyes of the Wendigo, glowing like orbs of malevolence. The wind carried the creature's mournful cries, and the campfire's flickering light cast eerie shapes that danced with the rhythm of her fear. But this tale is more than just a fleeting encounter, my darlings. As she turned to flee, her heart pounding, her breaths mingling with the wind's mournful howls, imagine the sensation of your own heart racing in time with her terror. When she finally reached the safety of the village, she carried not just the memory of the encounter, but a lingering sense of dread that would forever remind her of the sinister whispers that echo through the Wendigo's forest. Story 8. The enigmatic lure of the changeling. Gather close, my precious grandchildren, as I share a tale that your great-uncle once revealed to me, one that speaks of the enigmatic lure of the changeling. It's a tale of deception and danger, a reminder that not all that appears before us is as it seems. Picture a group of friends, their laughter and voices, a symphony of companionship, their faces illuminated by the campfire's gentle glow. The wind whispered secrets, secrets that hinted at a deeper mystery yet to unfold. As the night grew darker, so did their unease. Strange symbols appeared etched into the ground, and eerie cries echoed through the stillness. The wind's whispers carried a sense of foreboding, as if it held the answers to the riddle that surrounded them. And then, a haunting melody drifted through the air, a melody that seemed to call to them with an otherworldly allure. The campfire's light flickered, as if it sensed the presence of something beyond the realm of understanding, and the shadows danced in response, casting twisted shapes upon the ground. Imagine the sensation of your own heart racing, your breaths quickening as you hear the haunting melody that beckoned them. The changeling's enigmatic lure had set its trap. Story 9. The Endless Night of the Cursed Werewolf. Ah, my beloved grandchildren. Let me share a tale that your great-grandfather once recounted to me, a tale of an endless night plagued by the curse of the werewolf. It's a story that reminds us of the power of the moon's magic and the darkness that can consume even the strongest of souls. Imagine a moonlit night when the very sky seemed to be painted with the moon's ethereal glow. Your great-grandfather's footsteps echoed through the stillness, the wind's whispers carrying with them a sense of impending transformation. As he ventured deeper into the night, the creature's eyes glowed with a primal fire, its howls merging with the wind's mournful cries. The campfire's light cast shifting shadows that danced like specters upon the trees, and the air was heavy with the scent of impending change. But the true terror lay in your great-grandfather's transformation. A transformation that defied the boundaries of the natural world. Picture the sensation of fur sprouting from his skin, the pain of bones shifting and contorting, and the unquenchable hunger that gnawed at his insides. And then, as the moon's glow intensified, he felt his very essence shift, his humanity giving way to the beast within. The night became a frenzy of teeth and claws, a whirlwind of fur and blood, a symphony of agony and violence that seemed to echo through the very fabric of the night. When the dawn finally broke, he stood amidst the wreckage, a creature that was once a man, forever bound to the curse of the werewolf. Story 10. The Haunting Whispers of the Windwalker. Listen closely, my dearest grandchildren, as I share a tale that your great-grandmother shared with me, one that still chills the air whenever it's spoken aloud. This tale is of the Windwalker, a being of shadow and wind, a reminder that the elements themselves can harbor ancient secrets. Imagine a moonlit night when the very air seemed to shimmer with a mysterious energy. Your great-grandmother's footsteps echoed softly through the silence, the wind's whispers carrying with them a sense of trepidation. As she ventured further into the night, the creature's presence seemed to wrap around her like a haunting embrace. Its form shifted with the wind, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. The wind's mournful cries seemed to harmonize with the creature's own song, and the campfire's glow cast eerie shapes that danced upon the ground. But the true horror lay in the creature's whispers that seemed to come from all directions, as if carried by the very wind itself. They spoke of ancient tales and forgotten secrets, of promises and curses that spanned generations. As I recount this tale, imagine the sensation of your own heart racing, your breath hitching, as you hear the haunting whispers that surrounded your great-grandmother. The Windwalker's secrets had ensnared her in its grasp, and the echoes of its whispers would forever linger in her memory. And so, my dear grandchildren, as the fire's warmth envelops you, remember these tales that have been passed down through the ages. May they serve as a reminder that even within the safety of our campfire's glow, the darkness holds its mysteries and its horrors.